If you need to get as much cash in your hand as you can right now, this video is for you. This is not a video about entrepreneurship or side hustles. This is a holy crap, we have an emergency right now, I need cash right now kind of video. But first, the elephant in the room. Where is your emergency fund? But here we are. We have an emergency. We don't have any cash. Let's figure this out together. So these first 4 ideas, they're really kind of the low-hanging fruit of all the ideas, but unfortunately, they will not be available options for all of you. Now, ideas 5 through 13, those are more readily available options for everyone. Borrow against your whole life insurance policy. If you have a whole life policy, you might be able to borrow against the cash value of it. And the great news about this, it's already your money. So there are no credit checks and the repayment terms can be flexible. Retirement account withdrawal. If you have an IRA, maybe you choose to make a withdrawal. This will come with taxes and penalties, but it might be worth it. Go talk to your advisor. And number 3, which is basically the same as number 2, do you have a 401k plan through your employer? Because if you do, you could borrow against it. And the same thing goes here. It's your money, so there's no credit check. And when you're repaying it, you're repaying yourself, not the bank, and you're paying yourself interest. However, this will negatively impact your retirement savings, so make sure you talk to your advisor before you do this. A home equity line of credit called a HELOC. If you own your home and you've got equity, you can borrow against it. This is 2023. Interest rates are extremely high right now. This is an expensive option, but if you need cash, it is an option. Go talk to your bank. Okay, so the next ideas are more suited for everyone. A pay advance. And not like a payday cash loan type thing. I'm talking about an advance on your paycheck from your employer. Some employers may be willing to give you a loan against your next paycheck. And typically they don't lend more than the amount of your average paycheck, and then they'll give you 30 to 90 days to pay it back. Not all employers do that. Some do. Never hurts to ask. A work bonus. But if and only if you have been a stellar employee and you have been with the company for a while. If that's the case, maybe you go to your boss, explain your situation, explain that you have an emergency need for cash, and ask them if, based on your past work performance, if maybe a one-time bonus would be an option for you. Now, again, only you know your relationship with your boss. So be careful how you ask for this because it could be dangerous. Community assistance programs. Think local churches or charities or community organizations like the Salvation Army or the United Way. Some of these organizations do have money available to help people in emergency situations, especially if there are kids involved. If you aren't sure where to find these programs, I would recommend reaching out to local churches, even if you don't attend there. And if they're not able to help you, I'm sure they can point you in the right direction. But do society a favor. Once you're back on your feet, volunteer or offer to help in any way that you can so that these programs continue to be available for others in the future. Number 8, peer-to-peer lending. Websites like Prosper or Lending Club allow you to apply for a loan which is funded by individual investors and not a bank. Now, I'm not affiliated with either of these sites in any way, so please do your own homework. I don't know all the details. Online crowdfunding. If you've got a large social network, sites like GoFundMe might be an option for you. You essentially just create a campaign explaining your situation and you post it on all of your social media for your friends and family to see. Now, you're basically panhandling friends and family, but if this is truly an emergency situation, who cares? You do what you gotta do. Don't be embarrassed by it. Just get her done. When you have an emergency or a crisis, it really doesn't matter what other people think. In fact, if anyone looks down on you for trying to take care of your family, they're not really people you want to be friends with anyway. And again, I'm not affiliated with GoFundMe either, so please do your own homework before you use it. And number 10, a personal signature loan from either a bank or a credit union. If you've got a good credit history and a stable income, you may be able to borrow cash from the bank or a credit union without having to put anything up as collateral. It's worth calling and asking. a pawn shop. Now, if you're not familiar with pawn shops, the concept is pretty simple. You're basically just turning over a personal item to the pawn shop in exchange for a cash loan. Once you pay back that cash loan, you get your personal item back. If you don't pay back your cash loan, you're allowing the pawn shop to sell your item to recoup their money. But keep in mind, this is a loan, so there will be fees and interest, so it will be expensive. Now, if you don't need that item back, don't sell it to the pawn shop. If you don't need it back, let's do number 12, sell stuff outright. The trusty old garage sale. Now, I personally hate garage sales. So if you're anything like me and you've got things of value that you want to sell, I would rather just list it on like Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. I absolutely hate garage sales. But if you don't, it's a great way to bring in some cash. So have a garage sale. Now this one requires a little bit of work, and that is scrap metal. Contact your local scrapyard and get a list of all the metals that they take and what they'll pay you for them. Then you could do things like contact local businesses that might have scrap metal as a byproduct and ask them if you can haul it off for free. You could check dumpsters around town, but check your local laws. That may not be a good idea in some places. It's totally fine where I'm at. They may not like it where you're at. So check local laws on that. You could drive around town and look for property that's real messy and junky, offer to haul the metal off for free. And then, I mean, why not? Go ahead and offer to clean the entire property for a price. And then you may find things that you could sell and things that you could scrap. So then you're getting paid in multiple ways. You get paid for the scrap metal, you get paid to clean up the yard, and you get paid for things that you could sell that you may find on the yard. It's an option. All right, guys, that's all I could come up with for this one, but I'd love to see a community of people in the comments section helping each other out. So I'm not some all-knowing guru. If you've got ideas that I didn't cover here, please drop them in the comments section below. All right, that's all I've got for this one. Now, get to work and good luck. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.